Hello and welcome to Build of the Month for March of 2020, and this is Levers and Ledges. This build uses 3 of our sets. It's 1 lever chamber, which is encounter 3 from the Dungeon of Doom. That's the levers part. It's 1 ledges pack, dungeon ledges pack. That's the ledges part. And it's 1 12x12 water terrain tray. Toby put this build together, and he used almost all the pieces except for these little stragglers over here, but a bunch of these we're actually going to put in as the thing gets interactive and a little crazy. And in classic Toby style, this thing is a complicated death trap puzzle. Let's see if anybody can survive it, shall we? So you can stage your intrepid adventurers out here on this floor if you'd like. So they're going to enter in through this door, this chamber. And this can be, if you want, because it's basically kind of just a big old puzzle, you could just expose this whole room right out of the gate and let the players start trying to kind of put the pieces together. Or you could kind of cover up some of it with fabric as they go and unveil it. They come in and they'll take in this room. They can't really see much initially because of this corner, but they will see some water over here. And maybe this is, we imply here that there's, the water kind of continues. Maybe it's an endless stream. Maybe it's a giant whirlpool from the elemental plane of water or something like that, because they'll notice immediately that the water is strange. It's kind of frothing and it's just looks a little dangerous, the kind of thing you wouldn't want to go for a swim in there. So let's say they come in, they have an option to go right or left. This maybe looks more exciting because there's dangerous water, so they kind of go over here. And if they get close, sure enough, the water will kind of like lick up a little bit, like it's animated or something. Like really don't want to go nuts. And if they like throw a rock in there or something, it'll like swamp with the rock. So it's going to turn out we're going to find out this water is infested with water weirds, like multiples. Let's just put like a whole bunch, like a murderous amount of water weirds. Can we hashtag that? So they come on here and they will discover a bunch of things. They'll be able to see the layout of the room. They're going to see there's a big, obvious trap door in the floor, and there's a lever on the wall. Ooh, and there's another lever on the wall, and there's more levers on the wall. Whoa, there's levers everywhere. It's so exciting, such dangerous, such terrible. There's also a pedestal in the middle of this water over here, and this is where they want to go. Door on the far side of the room, portcullis. They want to open that. Maybe they can see these glowing red wall wards. And of course, once they come in, let's have the door like slam shut. And maybe there's a glug 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 sound. We can tell them the water level is a little rising. Maybe they don't realize it's rising now. Wait till like things get boring after a few minutes, and then tell them the water level's rising to get them moving. So they got a lot of things in play here. They have obvious lever, obvious trapdoor. They're probably the first things they'll check out. So the trapdoor is locked. There is a magic ward on it. Maybe it'll do some damage if you mess with it, or maybe it'll gust of wind will blow you into the water. Maybe that's too mean. I don't know. Do some fun debilitating effect. Like, don't mess with this thing. It's got a crazy lock on there. Perhaps you could pick it, but it's going to be really hard, and there's going to be terrible magical consequences if you fail. And it's just bad news. Maybe the lock is changing. Like the tumblers are moving in there. It's just like you do not want to try and pick this lock. But it's like a very distinctive golden lock on this trapdoor. And what? Lo and behold, there is a distinctive golden key on this pedestal. Could they go together? Of course they do. We're going to make it simple because lots of other complicated stuff in here. So they're probably, hopefully, maybe at some point they're going to pull a lever, right? Maybe they'll explode them and then pull the levers. At some point they're going to start pulling levers. They got to, because there's no other option. Or maybe someone's going to try and like put their arm out in the water and try and jump. If they try and jump, they immediately get pulled in. Like a whole bunch of water weirds will like leap out and pull them underwater and just absolutely mutilate them. It's just going to be like terrible. Right, you do not want to go in the water. And you got to make that pretty clear as a DM early on. Maybe the things are licking up. They're trying to grab their legs if they get too close to the edge. Like, do not go near the edge. Don't try and jump in the water. If they throw something in, it just gets destroyed. Like, don't go in the water. Don't go in the water. Don't go in the water. So if they pull this lever, it immediately will start making this little stone start moving around like a little boat, right? And you can make it move pretty slowly. You can even go into initiative order if you want, whatever. It just starts like working its way around like a lazy little boat. And eventually this thing will sail over here and settle into place on the far side there. Like, oh, almost there, but still like 5 feet of terrible water weird infested water. What are we gonna do? So maybe they will wander over here. And here's a couple more levers. They're kind of confronted. There's a bunch of water here between this side, so they really don't want to try and jump over there because once again, they'll get sucked in and just dismembered limb from limb by the horrible water. So let's say they pull this one first. Buckle up, Beanslayer. Suddenly the ground moves. And this whole section here will slide forward, and then you can drop in these extra pieces. Now fill out, they can rise up out of the ground, and boom, 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 boom. So it extends that out, and maybe this will twist a little bit. Let's get that. You can sort of say, even though there's little gaps, you can say it looks pretty solid and the water's not licking up through there. And so look, they've made themselves a walkway. Yay, they're gonna go across. Whoo, safely get across. If they pull this one over here, whoop, move it off this magnetic wall, whoop, whoop, whoop. That one, it pulls this back, retracts this, stranding the poor helpless fighter. Help, 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 help. Uh-oh, too many pieces out. And it will cause this to slide and rotate. How do I do this? Up. You can drop one in here. It'll connect this. So now they can walk over here. So the fun thing here is they have to choose one or the other. So once they pull one, it resets the other one. So it's a way they can get to that side or this side or back and forth. But they do not want to make this jump because it's going to be terrible for all parties involved. She can enter over here. Now there's a nice little walkway we've created, and you can get a sense of what's going on here. So there's a glowing wall ward here with a red field, it's pulsing with red energy, and there's a red force field on this portcullis, so you can't just force it open. In fact, if they try and touch it, zap or maybe knock you back. Maybe just by the edge of the water, like a nice warning shot, like don't go in. And in this corner, there's a trap door. It has a distinct gold lock, just like the one over here, and we'll find out just like the one over there. So she's kind of got the pieces of the puzzle, but nothing you can do without the key yet. So how are we going to get that key? Well, let's go look at the other side over here. So we've leapt off over here, come over to this side. Another lever, another trap door. What's going on? If they pull this lever, finally and hopefully, it will slide and rotate the key pedestal around like that. So then that becomes secure ground. It also means you can kind of sneak in over here and you can walk around. Now you can walk freely. They can grab the key. Maybe if you wanted to be mean, there could be a little warding or something there that could just give them a little zap, a little reminder that they're mortals. So once they have moved the pedestal, they can get the key. With the key, they can open all three trapdoors. There's a copper lever here, a silver lever there, a gold lever here. So when they flick that copper lever, it shuts down this wall ward. Take a look at it there. So you can just flick off the switch, power down that cool red magic. And when they do that, there'll be a flicker on the portcullis. Waver, the field is getting weaker. Silver lever here turns off this wall ward. The whole field down this will go off. Then they open the final lever in here, the gold lever. You flip that and the portcullis opens. And at this point, then all the adventurers can exit and go on into the treasure room or out to the tavern or wherever they want to go after they've successfully beaten this room. Yay, wait for me. I think that's it. Hopefully this will inspire some ideas for you guys. And this was Levers and Ledges. And it's got levers, 7 of them. It's got ledges all around here. Cool negative space build put together by Toby. Thank you, Toby. Hopefully this will talk you off the ledge of, I'm a DM and they're coming in 2 hours, I don't have an encounter. Boom, here's your encounter. Now like, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss out other cool content like this. And for extra credit, if you want, let us know what you think this glyph of warding was. What does it do? Is it a standard glyph of warding? What flavor? Maybe it's something different. Give us some cool ideas on how you would torture your players with that thing. All right, and with that, it's back to the anvil.